I think this may be the first time I ever do a triple P on the gargoyle. That's what I call him, just in case y'all are new to my channel, known as Rudy Giuliani or Rudy Giuliani. And I've done several videos about this man on my channel for so long, as long as I've had my channel. The last one I had talked about him was with that hair dye coming down the side of his face, and he looked like he was unzipping a mask. But so many of you have sent me articles talking about this, and I had already found out about it before the wave of articles started to come in, and I knew they were coming because y'all know how I feel about this fool, and the rest of you, how y'all feel about him as well. But in case you're living under a rock, and it has to be a pretty big rock, Rudy Giuliani, it has come out that he has tested positive for COVID-19. Now, this is according to 45. At first, I was like, okay, should I talk about this? Because it is coming from 45. But it looks like it has some validity to it, or some kind of confirmation that he did indeed test positive. And it makes me wonder, because if you remember when he was standing at that podium giving that speech about a week or so ago, he was up there sweating hard and he was blowing his nose, as nasty as it was. All them people around him, they better go get tested. That's all I'm going to say. But let's get into this article that's coming from CNN Politics. I hate that I have to read it from CNN because I don't really like CNN like that, but whatever. Rudy Giuliani, aka the Gargoyle, the personal attorney to 45, has tested positive for COVID-19, Trump announced. Get better soon, Rudy. We will carry on, Trump wrote on Sunday on Twitter. Giuliani has not announced his diagnosis. CNN has reached out to him for comment. Giuliani has been traveling the nation, leading the president's long-shot legal battle to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. He was most recently at the Georgia Capitol in Atlanta on Thursday to attend a Georgia State Senate hearing on the November election. The 76-year-old former mayor of New York is considered a high risk for complications from the virus due to his age. Last month, Giuliani's son Andrew, who was a White House staffer, tested positive for COVID-19 after attending a Trump campaign legal team news conference with his father in Washington, D.C. Many said that it's a possibility that he probably did catch the COVID from his son. Because I forgot his son did have it. Because when they had came out and said that somebody close to him had it, at first I thought it was him, but then they said it was his son, who, by the way, looks like him, which is even more creepier. Giuliani is the latest person in the president's orbit to contract the virus. The president, First Lady Melania Trump, his sons Donald Jr. and Barron, his chief of staff Mark Meadows, and a number of other top aides, both in his campaign and in the White House, have tested positive in recent months. I feel absolutely nothing. And then you had that dingbat Kayleigh McEnany, or whoever her name is, talking about, well, they want to have this Christmas party, whatever, and try to compare, say that if people are out there protesting and looting and rioting, then why can't we have our party? I said, well, you go right on ahead and you have your little party and you can catch the woo-woo as well, and we will cue the violins on your slinky looking ass as well. I'm awaiting it, and it's crazy. I wonder if she would even attend the party, but you know what? This video isn't even about her. It's about this creature that you see in the picture. I don't feel nothing for Rudy Giuliani. This is one of many of his downfalls that are to come. But see, they say he was traveling the nation trying to prove something that may not even come for him. What will make this even funnier is they say he's traveling the nation because they're trying to prove that there was voter fraud, with Joe Biden and Clown Mala Harris, or it's a creepy Jim Crow, Mr. Touchy-Feely, and Clown Mala the chameleon are, winning the election, or the election elect, presidential vice president elect. And they're still out here trying to prove that this is voter fraud. And that's what he was doing around the nation. And look at what happened to him. He ended up catching the last thing he probably wanted and needed to catch. And I'm noticing in this picture that he has two-tone teeth. He has white teeth on the top and very stainy brown yellowish teeth on the bottom. I'm going to need him to contact his dental provider and see if they can give him some new caps, because whatever he got in his mouth right now clearly ain't working. But Rudy Giuliani and any New Yorker who was around during his tenure as mayor of New York back in the early 90s will tell you that this man is no good. And I'm almost certain that the people who were around back then, who still live in New York now, are singing praises that this guy got this virus. Because to be honest, he's another one that people don't care about. And if something was to happen to him, and I'm going to just leave it at that, then they might actually throw a parade for real in the streets. And I will be glad that they do that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next one.